Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, and welcome back to the Engine Builder Show. For our show today, Gabe will be talking about how to get effective advice with a clear measurement system. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody.
There was always a ton to learn. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Hope you had an awesome weekend, and hope your year's going well so far. We're 9 days into May as we record this, and so we are June, end of June will be middle of the year, and it's amazing to me as the years go by how fast time goes. And a friend of mine once told me that the reason that time goes faster the older we get is that we have more context. So the longer we're alive, the shorter a day becomes. If you think about when you were really young, a day is forever because you'd only had a handful of days. And now later in our life, we've had, hundreds and thousands of days, and they're a lot shorter in context to the life we've experienced so far. And when I feel that way, it always reminds me that I want to make sure that I'm really getting highly effective advice, because as we grow in business, as we grow as leaders, as we look at how to level up our life and improve what we're working on, it's important to get outside perspective. It's important to get advice. And I know for me, I've definitely gotten a lot of good advice over the years, and I've also gotten a lot of bad advice. And when we get bad advice, it's because we're getting that bad advice from people that are inexperienced. They aren't qualified sources. They're not really qualified to give us good advice, but we don't know any better early on. And so we'll take whatever advice we can get, and not having the answer ourselves, it's really easy to think, oh, well, they have the answer, so I'll follow that. And so it's easy to fall into the trap of getting bad advice. But there's a simple system that I created based on a lot of good advice I've gotten over the years from people that are way more experienced than me, that I'm going to share with you. And we definitely have to realize that we get ineffective advice from well-meaning people. That's the first thing to really be aware of. But if we want to grow our business, we need to be able to validate what is effective advice that we should move forward on, and what is ineffective advice that really would send us down the wrong path. And so if you remember this and use it, it will save you tons of, stress and discomfort and heartache and pain, and it will lead you down a much more effective path. You'll be able to get good advice more quickly, and you'll be able to follow the right advice that's sent your way, and you'll be able to discount advice that isn't valid. So with the experience rating system, the ER system, it's essentially numbered 0 through 3, and an ER rating of 0 means that somebody has no experience. The no experience type of advice that's really easy to get from people is well-meaning family members, well-meaning friends, people that have never been in our position as being the entrepreneur, growing a business, running a marketing campaign, whatever the work that you're doing. Those people in well-meaning in a well-meaning way may give you advice, but and they may have read about something or observed other things, but knowledge does not equal experience. And so when you're getting advice from people like that, you can either ask them and just say, well, I appreciate your input. What kind of experience do you have running this type of thing? Or what kind of experience do you have on this path? And if they can't point to concrete evidence, then they will still have an ER rating of 0. So their experience rating is 0. The experience rating of 1 is somebody that has done, this thing 1 or 2 times. So if you're trying to form a new department, or you're trying to build a new business, or you're trying to, launch a new website, or, start a membership community, whatever it might be, you can talk to somebody that's done it 1 or 2 times, and you can get some level of input. And that's significantly better than somebody who has a rating of 0, because an ER experience rating, so ER stands for experience rating, an ER of 0 is useless. That's just opinions and information, and we can get that anywhere. An ER rating of 1 is somebody that's done something 1 or 2 times, and they can point out and say, yeah, I've done this a couple times. Here's what I learned. ER rating of 2 is somebody that's done something 3 to 9 times. That's a really high, it's a good rating because they've done it more than a couple times. They're able to say, yep, the first time I did it, it worked like this. The second time was like this. The third time was like this. They can go on and share you multiple experiences with you. And it's not just an opinion. It's not just knowledge or information, but it's actually firsthand experience. So that's your ER rating of 2. Or your best advice is going to come from people that have an ER rating of 3. And those are people that have done what you want to do 10 plus times. So again, you can talk to somebody who's never changed a tire, never changed oil on their car, never done anything mechanically with a vehicle, and they can give you an opinion, or they can say, oh, I've watched YouTube videos, or they can give you all this opinion and information, but they can't really help you firsthand because they don't have firsthand experience. But if they've done something 10 plus times, they have an ER rating of 3, and they are able to say, from firsthand experience, here's the steps that I would recommend you take because I've done this, I've tried and failed, and I have a lot of experience in it. And I believe that it's really easy in our entrepreneurial journey to want to follow people that, have sensational advice for us, or they have opinions, or they have information, or they watch somebody else talk about something. And those are the types of folks that will unintentionally, most of the time, but on occasion intentionally mislead us because they've never actually done the thing that we're trying to do. And so when you're seeking out advice and you want to grow, be careful to consider, am I getting effective advice, or am I getting bad advice because these people aren't qualified to even share anything? They don't have experience to be qualified. And the second thing is, remember you can use my ER system. You can use any system that works for you, but make sure that you have a system that allows you to qualify and validate the people that you're taking advice from. And then, like I said, the system that I've created is called the ER system. So it's the experience rating. So ER, and somebody with an ER rating of 0 has no experience. They just have opinions and information and whatever, they're thinking. An ER rating of 1 is somebody that's done something 1 or 2 times. They can say, yeah, I did that once. Here's what I learned. An ER rating of 2 is somebody that's done something 3 to 9 times. They've done it enough times to have failed a lot of times, had success. They've gone through the experience multiple times. And then your ER rating of 3 is somebody that's done something 10 plus times. And so as you're seeking advice, as you're trying to grow and change, I want you to, I would encourage you to just really start to view all those around you and the information sources that you use, the people, the information, and say, what is their ER rating? Are they truly qualified to give me advice on this? And if they're not, that's okay. Go find somebody that is, because there are plenty of people out there that have done the thing that you want to do, or have done the thing that you're trying to do right now. And so the folks that have done something 10 plus times, with successes, with failures, with a lot of experience, that's the type of experience that if you draw on, it's going to help you really grow and succeed in a much faster way. So I hope that's helpful as you seek out getting effective advice, and that will give you a clear way to measure what is effective advice. And if you need advice or help with marketing, we would love to help you. We have done the things that we do hundreds of times, and so we have a lot of experience there, and we would love to serve you in growing your business by marketing it and getting the right types of getting your information to the right types of folks that want to work with you. You can reach out at businessmarketingengine.com, and I look forward to seeing you on the next show.